Welcome back. Today's journey takes us deep into the heart of American numismatic history as we explore the most valuable top 3 United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1-cent coins without mint mark. These legendary coins were produced in Philadelphia, where no mint mark was used in the early years, and today they stand among the most desirable and powerful 1-cent coins in the entire collector market. Even in worn condition, some of these pennies can be worth hundreds and thousands of dollars at auction. So if you've ever wondered whether a simple old penny in your collection could change your life, this video is especially for you. So let's get started. First up, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of United States wheat pennies, focusing on one special coin that continues to attract attention in the modern auction market, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny without a mint mark, found in very fine condition. Although millions were produced during this era, certain examples of this coin have climbed in value due to collector demand, historical importance, and preserved condition. In today's video, we will explore the coin's story from every angle, taking you through its origin, its design, its unique features, the rarity factors that affect its desirability, its present-day value, and finally, some essential tips for collectors who want to make smart investments in wheat pennies. The 1945 wheat penny was minted during the final year of World War II, a time when the United States was pouring its industrial energy into the war effort. While the mint was not yet producing steel cents like in 1943, copper remained a precious metal, so the mint worked efficiently to produce these coins using a bronze alloy made of 95% copper and a mix of tin and zinc. The wheat penny design itself dates back to 1909, introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Sculptor Victor David Brenner created the iconic portrait of Lincoln that still appears on U.S. pennies today. On the reverse side, his design featured 2 stylized wheat ears surrounding the words 1 cent, giving the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. The 1945 penny without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the main minting facility of the United States, which traditionally did not place mint marks on its coins during this era. Now let's talk about the unique features of this coin. The obverse side proudly displays the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with sharp lines defining his hair, beard, cheekbone, and coat lapel. Above his head is the motto, "In God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" sits clearly to the left of the portrait. The date, 1945, appears on the right side. Because this is the Philadelphia issue, there is no mint mark under the date. On the reverse, you see the classic wheat design, with 1 cent centered boldly. United States of America just below, and the phrase, E pluribus unum, above the text. The wheat ears on both sides are meant to symbolize prosperity, hope, and growth, values that were especially meaningful during wartime America. In very fine condition, you can expect most major details to be visible, including the wheat kernels, Lincoln's profile, and the lettering, though there may be modest wear from circulation. A coin in this condition still maintains eye appeal, historical charm, and strong collector interest. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1945 wheat penny is not rare in a general sense because more than 1 billion were minted at Philadelphia alone. However, scarcity becomes noticeable when you focus on coins preserved in higher grades. Most 1945 pennies spent decades in circulation, resulting in heavy wear. Very fine condition represents a respectable mid-grade example, better than the majority found in pocket change today. Collectors also look for original color, minimal scratches, even wear, and strong detail on Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears. While extremely fine and uncirculated conditions bring the highest market interest, even very fine examples can attract competitive bidding when they show clean surfaces and rich toning. Errors or variations such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks can also elevate market value significantly, creating rare subtypes that collectors chase with enthusiasm. Now let's explore the current market value in dollars. For an average 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark in circulated condition, value is usually modest, but when the coin is preserved in very fine condition with good eye appeal, the price begins to rise. Many examples in very fine grade sell between $575,000 depending on color and detail, but prices can climb higher when the coin has attractive toning, sharp fields, or unique characteristics. Coins verified by third-party grading companies like PCGS or NGC can command additional premiums because certified grades build trust in the marketplace. Meanwhile, rare high-grade pieces, especially those in mint state with bright luster, have been known to sell at auction for much larger amounts, with some exceptional examples reaching well into the $1 million or more. The auction market remains active for wheat pennies, and prices continue to shift as collector demand grows. For collectors who hope to find or invest in a 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always check the details carefully, focusing on Lincoln's hair, cheek, jawline, and coat fold, as well as the wheat ears on the reverse. These are the first areas to show wear, and they help you estimate the coin's grade. Look for original natural color red, red-brown, or brown. Each has different market values. Be cautious of cleaned coins, as harsh cleaning dramatically reduces value even if the coin looks shiny. Consider storing your coins in protective holders or albums to prevent further wear. If you believe your coin is an exceptional example, certification can be a wise decision to increase credibility and potential resale value. And finally, keep an eye on auction results, coin shows, and online marketplaces to stay updated with current pricing trends so that you can make smart decisions when buying or selling. The 1945 wheat penny without a mint mark is more than just a small copper coin. It is a piece of American history from the tail end of a global conflict, a symbol of national identity, and a timeless reminder of Lincoln's legacy. Even though it is not the rarest wheat penny ever minted, well-preserved examples continue to attract collectors who appreciate its historical significance and potential market value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1945 wheat penny in very fine condition offers a rewarding opportunity to own a piece of the past while potentially gaining value in the future. Next up, the United States 1944 wheat penny without a mint mark. This iconic 1-cent coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors due to its classic Lincoln design, wartime background, and strong presence in today's auction market where high-grade examples in extra fine condition can still bring impressive dollar value. Whether you're a beginning collector or a long-time enthusiast, this is a coin you definitely want to understand, evaluate, and keep an eye out for. The true value of the 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny, we need to start by exploring its history. The year 1944 was an important moment in American coinage. After producing the steel cents of 1943 due to copper shortages during World War II, the U.S. Mint returned to copper planchets in 1944. These copper planchets came partly from recycled wartime materials, including spent shell casings. Philadelphia, which did not use a mint mark on pennies at that time, struck a massive number of 1944 cents, making this coin both a wartime artifact and a symbol of economic resilience. Understanding this historical context gives extra meaning to each 1944 penny you hold, connecting you directly to an era of global change and national determination. When it comes to the unique features of this coin, the 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny carries all the classic design elements created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the obverse, the bold portrait of Abraham Lincoln faces right, surrounded by the inscriptions: Liberty, the date, 1944, and the motto, In God We Trust. Because it has no mint mark, the area under the date is clean and empty, which instantly identifies it as a Philadelphia strike. Turning to the reverse, you see the famous Wheater's design, the words 1 cent, and United States of America, and the motto, E Pluribus Unum, across the top. These elements together create one of the most recognizable and beloved small denomination designs in U.S. history. In extra fine condition, sharp definition is visible on Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat, as well as strong lines on the wheat stalks, making the coin visually appealing and highly collectible. Rarity and condition play major roles in the demand for the 1944 no-mint mark penny. While Philadelphia minted hundreds of millions of these coins, finding a truly clean, well-preserved example from circulation is much harder than it may seem. Most of these pennies were used heavily during and after the war, meaning they suffered wear, scratches, and discoloration. Extra fine condition examples stand out because they retain strong details, attractive luster, and minimal wear on the high points. Collectors are also drawn to this year because of the famous 1944 steel penny era, which adds overall excitement to the series and increases attention to all 1944 issues. Even though the standard copper 1944 no-mint mark penny is not rare in low grades, the scarcity of higher grade, problem-free examples drives collector demand and pushes auction prices upward. Now let's talk about the current market value in dollars, which is what many viewers look forward to most. In today's coin market, a 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny in extra fine condition can sell anywhere from $484,000 to significantly higher depending on eye appeal, surface originality, and grading by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Circulated examples may be common, but extra fine pieces command premium prices. Strong red or red-brown examples with crisp detail can bring even more competitive bids at auctions. Some exceptionally preserved coins have even reached truly impressive amounts when buyers are searching for top-tier collection pieces. The 1944 penny continues to perform well in the market due to its historical appeal and consistent collector interest. For collectors hoping to find or purchase a strong 1944 no-mint mark wheat penny, there are several useful tips to keep in mind. Always look closely at the details on both sides of the coin, paying special attention to Lincoln's jawline, hair, and beard, as well as the wheat lines on the reverse. Strong definition means stronger value. Check for any signs of cleaning, damage, corrosion, or discoloration, as these issues can lower the price dramatically. When buying online or at shows, try to stick with trusted sellers or certified pieces to ensure authenticity and accurate grading. And if you happen to search through old jars, rolls, or inherited collections, keep in mind that many valuable wheat pennies, including 1944 examples, still turn up unexpectedly. The 1944 United States wheat penny without a mint mark remains a standout piece for collectors. Its connection to World War II, classic Lincoln wheat cent design, attractive features and extra fine condition, and continuing market demand all contribute to its importance. Even though it is not the rarest coin in the series, the combination of history, condition, and collector interest gives it lasting value in the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1956 United States wheat penny with no mint mark, especially in very fine condition. At first glance, it may look like just another old copper penny, but once you understand its background, features, rarity, and real auction market demand, you will realize why collectors around the world are constantly checking their change for this exact coin. This single cent piece carries nearly 70 years of American history, and depending on condition and special factors, it can be worth far more than its face value today. The story of the 1956 wheat penny begins with the legendary Lincoln wheat cent, a coin that first entered circulation in 1909 and remained in production until 1958. This series was introduced to honor Abraham Lincoln, making it the first regular circulating U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The 1956 issue was produced during a time when the American economy was booming after World War II. Factories were expanding, families were growing, and everyday commerce was at its peak. Pennies were being minted in massive numbers to keep up with the demand of a growing nation. The 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark was struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally produced coins with no mint mark. This gives the coin a special identity, as many collectors prefer Philadelphia issues for their originality and classic status. Now let's talk about the unique features that define the 1956 wheat penny. On the front side, you find the iconic right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner. Lincoln's sharp profile, strong jawline, and focused expression represent leadership and national unity. Above his head appears the word Liberty, while the motto, In God We Trust, arches across the top. The date, 1956, sits cleanly on the right side of his bust, and because this coin has no mint mark, there is no letter beneath the date, confirming its Philadelphia origin. On the reverse side, the design that gives the wheat penny its famous name is clearly visible. Two curved wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E pluribus unum stretching across the top. The wheat symbolizes prosperity, agriculture, and growth, values that strongly reflected American identity in the early 20th century. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that rich reddish-brown tone that collectors love. In very fine condition, the wheat lines remain mostly visible, Lincoln's hair still shows detail, and the lettering stays sharp without heavy wear. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, the 1956 wheat penny without a mint mark is not considered a low-mintage coin, but its demand remains strong because it belongs to one of the most collected American coin series of all time. Millions of Americans grow up hearing stories about rare wheat pennies worth fortunes, and this drives constant interest. In very fine condition, this coin strikes a perfect balance between age, affordability, and historical character. Collectors love very fine examples because they show honest circulation while still preserving clear design details. What also increases demand is the possibility of rare era varieties associated with the 1956 issue, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors can transform an ordinary-looking penny into a highly valuable auction piece. The emotional factor also plays a big role. This coin often appears in inherited collections, old jars, and childhood savings, making it a sentimental favorite among collectors. Now let's talk about what everyone truly wants to know, the current market value in dollars. In today's coin market, a standard 1956 wheat penny with no mint mark in very fine condition usually sells in the range of $675,000, depending on eye appeal and surface quality. While that may not sound like big money, the story changes completely in higher grades or with rare errors. In extremely fine to uncirculated condition, the value can climb from $768,000. Fully red mint state examples with strong luster can exceed $1 million at specialized auctions. If a verified error variety is present, such as a dramatic double die or major strike error, prices can jump into the millions of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. This is why it is so important not to underestimate the 1956 wheat penny just because it was widely minted. For collectors, knowing how to protect and maximize value is critical, and that brings us to some essential collector tips. Always handle your coin by the edges to avoid damaging the surface with fingerprints and oils. Never clean a wheat penny, no matter how dirty it looks, because cleaning destroys original surfaces and can reduce value instantly. Store your 1956 wheat penny in a proper coin holder or flip to protect it from moisture, air, and scratches. If you believe your coin may have an error or unusually strong detail, consider professional grading, as certified coins sell for far more than raw examples. Study lighting carefully when examining your coin, because subtle details and doubling are often only visible at certain angles. And most importantly, remain patient. The coin market rewards long-term collectors far more than rush sellers. The 1956 United States Wheat Penny with no mint mark in very fine condition stands as a powerful reminder that even the smallest denomination can carry enormous historical value and hidden potential. It represents a thriving post-war America, the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln, and one of the most iconic coin designs ever produced. While most examples trade for modest amounts today, the right condition, the right preservation, or the right rare era can turn this simple copper penny into a true auction star. Whether you are a beginner collector or a seasoned investor, keeping an eye out for this coin is always a wise move. One small cent could one day become a surprisingly big reward. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the United States Wheat Pennies and want more rare coin stories, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another valuable discovery. The next hidden treasure could be sitting in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.